Hello everyone, hope you're all doing really well. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Got a bit of a different video for you today. I thought that I'd share a project that we did in the summer last year. We installed a 4-ton water fountain. Now, when we did the project, I hadn't even got a YouTube channel, so I've got some stills and I have got like a bit of video, so I've put a video together. I've actually learned how to edit and stuff, which is a miracle, but I've done it. And so I thought I'd share it with you, a bit of something different, and give you a bit of insight into our project and what we're doing basically. And I will be sharing some more videos in the future of some other projects that we've done. We built a 6-car garage, and the reconstruction of inside the school, the top end, turning it into a 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom. So I'll be doing a video on that as well, the before and after. So if you like this kind of thing, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and you'll be kept up to date with future videos that I post. So grab yourselves a coffee, get yourselves comfy, and keep watching. Thanks a lot. So the first thing we had to do was mark out and make sure that the plot was parallel to the building. And we dug down about 9 inches, and it was 16 foot by 16 foot. And we backfilled it with type 1 stone. We also used a 2.7 ton mini digger and a 1 ton high lift dumper to help with the job, to make it a little bit easier. And we even got my 84-year-old dad on the dumper helping us. He was in his glory, he loved it. There he is. He really enjoyed himself, bless him. And then after we whacked the stone level, we installed some service points, which you'll see in a minute. This is Les on the digger. This really did make the job so much easier. And yes, I can drive the dumper. So we put the plot adjacent to those windows that you can see at the back. So when the curtains are open, we can see the fountain in all its glory. So we put some service points in. There was 4 electrical for the lighting and the pump, and 1 water outlet, so we could drain it and maintain it in the future. And we installed some wooden shuttering. We cut off the excess of the pipes, and this blue pipe we used, it was left over from another job, and it was perfect to pull the electrical cable through. And then we covered the service pipes with some stone to about 6 inches and put this vapour barrier down and some reinforced metal. And then it was time to have the cement poured, and we used C40 concrete for waterproofing, and we added fiberglass strands to prevent cracking. And then it was levelled using a straight edge and a bull float, and we got our neighbour from over the road to help us. And then we levelled it all off and curved it round the edges as well to prevent any cracking, and then just left it to set for a few days until we could walk on it. Ideally 28 days for it to fully set, but after 4 or 5 days we was able to walk on it. This is a bit of a girl power moment again. This is me driving the mini digger. I was so proud of myself when I did this. This was actually the first time I'd had a go in it. So what we had to do, that's the centrepiece and the flower pots, we had to do a dry run to get the radius right, which was an absolute nightmare because none of the stones was the same size. This came as a kit and it was an absolute nightmare, but eventually we did it. We had to cut them and sand them and all sorts to get the radius right, and I think it took us about 6 attempts to do it, but we did it in the end. That's the 6-car garage that you can see at the back. I will be doing a future video on that. We're just waiting for the doors to come and be fitted, and then I'll do a video of that from the ground up, give you a tour of our cars. So if you want to see that, don't forget to subscribe. So we used the digger to push them into place, but unfortunately, you know, there was a bit of damage on the corners and stuff. But at this point, this was all we'd got to move them because they were so heavy, we couldn't get them off the floor. But this did it. Just so as we could get the radius right. You can see, you know, it's catching the corners. But what we did, you'll see in the next bit, that we invested in another tool called stone magnet, which made the job a hell of a lot easier. And we attached it to the arm of the digger, so we was able to lift them and set them in place for the final time using the stone magnet. And that's the stone magnet there. You just spray a bit of water onto the slab, turn it on, and it creates a vacuum. And that little tool there can lift over 100 kilos. So it was absolute perfect for this job. It was a godsend. And we used the arm of the digger to lift it. And then that was all in place, so, you know, we started to cement them down into place, which took a little bit of time because it all had to be filled and stuff where it had been damaged. And that's the centrepiece there. That was a dry run, so we could get it directly in the centre because it had to come back out again. So we could put the walls on and the flower pots in place. There you can see the walls and the flower pots there, and we also needed to fiberglass and paint. So we used strand fiberglass on the walls and matting fiberglass on the floor, and then we used undercoat 2-pack paint, and for the top coat we used 2-pack paint as well in a nice blue colour. And it did look really nice when it was finished. Looks a bit like a swimming pool. And this is the centrepiece that goes on top of the middle bit. She's like the crowning glory. So we had to get the cherry picker out then to lift her into place because she was so delicate. We didn't want to damage her in any way. So Les got the cherry picker out and we attached her to the arm of that and lifted her on. And finally, there she is. And we cemented her down and fiberglassed all round the bottom for more strength. So, you know, she wouldn't fall off in any high winds because we do have quite bad weather up here in the winter. And she was finished and we were so happy when it was finished. It was such a task. But it took about 6 weeks from start to finish. And it was a learning curve, but we did it. We enjoyed doing it. And this is Les putting out a trench for the water outlet so it can be drained in the winter, or if we need to do any maintenance it can be drained as well. And we used this trencher because it's the best way to cut through the grass and go down into it. The old machine, smoky. And then all we had to do then was set up the lights and wait for it to get dark and turn them on. We haven't put any water through it yet because the weather took a bit of a turn for the worse, but I will upload a future video when we fill it up and turn the water on. And there it is, all done and finished. And we thought it looked absolutely beautiful. So all we've got to do now is paint the outside because you can see where we filled it, and turn the water on, and it's all done. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe.